What is good, everybody, man? Welcome back into the Bluebloods as we continue our FCS player spotlight for the 2023 season. And we got one of the best cornerbacks in the country with us today. We're joined by my guy, Karon Prunty, North Carolina A&T defensive back. He was a 247 sports freshman All-American at Kansas. First team All Big South selection last season and led the Big South in interceptions in 2022 and is a preseason Bluebloods FCS All-American going into the 2023 season, man. Karan, appreciate you hopping on the show, man.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Man, coming out of high school, you were highly recruited, held multiple Power Five offers, wound up signing with Kansas. Looking back now with some hindsight, what would you say your overall recruiting process was like coming out of high school?
Um, I got recruited like real late. I had offers before. My first offer was after my junior season, but I didn't really start like getting the offers I wanted till like after my senior year, after my senior season. So that's when like all the like Power Five offers started rolling in and stuff after my senior season in high school.
What was it about Kansas looking back now that made them the place that you wanted to go for your collegiate career?
Uh, like I said, I got recruited late, so they was one of the schools that was like, had been in contact with me for a while. Them in Liberty, and so it came down to me. I wanted to play, and those was two schools that I knew I could like be a first day starter. And then I'm just more so competition wise, and I know Kansas in the Big 12, so I'm like, sure, might as well go across the country, play ball out there, make some plays, make a name for myself. That's pretty much how that went.
Looking just you mentioned you wanted to go out and make plays. You did that. You earned freshman All-American honors from 247 Sports. When you look at your true freshman season, what was the key to you coming in so early and being one of the top players already for the Jayhawks?
Um, the year before they had like a lot of like singers and stuff, and around that time before I came, Kansas was like they used to get a lot of JUCO stuff, so they used to be like 2 years and out. So they just told me like, like it's gonna be mainly y'all, you and the freshmen competing for the spot, and then I'm just like I like me over anybody else, so that's how I pretty much just won the job and stuff. Just being humble and just soaking in all the knowledge from like all the coaches, and then from like the players and stuff, the older guys and stuff like that. Really, that's how I pretty much handled that.
You have this amazing season. You decide to enter the transfer portal and look for somewhere else to continue your collegiate career. What was it? What kind of played into your decision in terms of leaving Kansas and looking for another university?
Uh, I just had I just had things going on, and looking back on it, I'm 21 now, so like looking back on it, I had things going home, and then I just wanted to be closer to home. So that's what came down to me making that decision. I wanted me to transfer and stuff.
You initially signed with South Carolina, but you decide to sit out the 2021 season. Now that you've had some time to look back on it, how did you stay ready? Because you knew you weren't going to play in 2021, but you knew 2022 was coming up. How did you prepare yourself to come back for 2022 throughout sitting out that season?
Um, Really, after I left South Carolina, that was my first year. Like since I was a kid, like every year as a kid, I always played football. So that was like the first year I ain't played football. So I'm kind of just watching everybody on TV. And I'm just like, dang, like I'm supposed to be out there or whatever. So then I was just working out every day. That's just really what motivated me. I was just watching them. It was on TV, everybody on TV. I'm just like, dang, I'm really supposed to be out there. Like, feel like I really like kind of wasted a year, and I just was just so hard on myself. So I was just working out every day, just trying to stay in shape, cause I didn't want to be the guy that like that fall off, because a lot of people like a lot of kids stuff look up to me in my city too. So I didn't want to be that dude that like coulda, woulda, shoulda, fell off. And, so I just kept working, stayed consistent. So by the time I came back to school, I ain't never losing or nothing like that.
You definitely didn't lose it, man. I know you made everyone back in your hometown proud, but looking at your decision to sign with A&T, what was the pitch from the coaching staff, and what kind of made that school your final stop in your collegiate career?
Okay, so this started crazy. So like while I was in the transfer portal, I was going to like HBCU homecomings and stuff, just going to the games and stuff. So like I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia, so like in my area it's like Norfolk State and Hampton, and then I go to like a Howard football game or something like that, and then I visited A&T, and then I just like a lot of just like the atmosphere, like I just felt like like this is my type of environment. So once I went to everybody else games, I'm gonna take a visit to A&T. They showed me around. I went to the game, and I just seen like not even just the players, but like just the culture around it. Like the alumni are big here. Like the alumni is really big of the football team. Like they love us. Like after the food, we get free food. Like it's just a culture. Like they just care about us just on and off the field. Like so that was the big thing for me. Really, like just to represent like the black community or whatever. And I just felt like it would be a cool thing, like to go to the NFL from HBCU. So I just felt like that was a good thing. I feel like I could do that. So that's what I wanted to do.
Oh no, I was gonna say, man, A&T's definitely got a long history of that. I know Tariq Cohen, one of the more recent ones that everyone knows. So but this past season, you guys were one win away from going to the FCS playoffs, winning the Big South, and A&T decides to make a coaching change, bringing head coach Vincent Brown for William and Mary. For you, though, as a player, how difficult was that transition between coaches this offseason?
Um, it's been kind of it's been kind of different, but I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta adjust. Like I ain't I ain't planning on transferring or none of that. I just I just wanted because everybody was transferring stuff. I just wanted to weigh it out, see who's gonna hire. He getting the program right, making sure the guys get their grades up and stuff. He don't really care about on the field. He wants you to become a man, make sure you get your degree. That's what he really care about. So I think the transition so far been pretty good so far. Just right now, we just the players and coaches and stuff. We just trying to get to know each other as of right now. That's what we was taking this time in the summer to build on.
And, looking at Coach Brown's history, man, he comes from Mississippi Valley State, another HBCU. He just coached one of the best defenses in the country over at William and Mary, previously coached at Howard. Have you kind of looked at his previous film over his previous stops, and are you excited to play with a defensive minded head coach in that scheme?
Yeah, for sure. But I'm not gonna say a lie. Like I didn't know about Coach Brown before he like came to A&T. But like when I heard about him, I searched it up. I searched him up. I'm like, okay, all pro. Used to play for the Patriots. Seen a couple of highlights on YouTube. I'm like, okay, like he was like that. So yeah, I was cool about the hire. Really, he NFL guy. He got connections. I'm pretty sure he got connections in the higher ups and stuff. So I was cool with it.
I can imagine. I know he was a three-time All-Pro, like you said, in the NFL. Man, I got to talk to him earlier this offseason. For you, though, man, you you come into college, freshman All-American. You come to A&T, first team All Big South. You're going to be a preseason All-American for most publications coming into this season. For you, though, what are your personal goals for 2023?
Um, really, just stay consistent and just keep getting better. Like so far, like I played 2 years of college football, but like both of those seasons, I've been like consistent and stuff. So I want to keep maintaining that. Um, I want to take the ball away more. I had 4 picks last season, 1 pick my freshman year. I'm trying to hit that 6 mark. That's really my main goal right there. I want some more picks. Really just take the ball away, get more forced fumbles. I'm just trying to, be a ball hawk so I can take the ball away more. And
Mm.
then yeah, just getting my weight up because last year the portal kind of took a toll on me because I was kind of smaller than my usual weight, but now I didn't get back to my regular weight. So I'm pretty excited this year because I'm feeling pretty good this year. I'm feeling pretty good.
I can imagine. I know there's some quarterbacks in the CAA not happy to hear that you're looking for more picks after you led the conference last year in interceptions, man. When you look at your career, though, I want to compare freshman year Karon to the guy I'm talking to now. What's the single biggest developmental change that you've seen in your game over these few seasons?
I say between then and now. I say I say I grew up kinda because the young me, the All American me, that was the 18-year-old me. I was still learning things. I ain't really like I was real raw really. I didn't really like I still had things to learn. I ain't really tapped into my full potential. I feel like now like I feel like now this is the season I really like hit that mark. I feel like now I'm more mature. I know more concepts. I can I'm reading receiver just his body language, like just depending on how he coming off the ball, whether he running deep or short. Like it's just things like that. I kind of like to my knowledge of the game to the next level compared to the younger me, the All American me. Because the All American me was just out there just trying to know my assignment. Like, yeah, that's my man. Don't let him catch this ball on me. Now it's kind of like I'm loosening up more. You know, learning concepts and all those good things. Just getting more knowledge of the game. Really, I'd say that's the difference.
I definitely like that, man, because I think everyone I've talked to, man, I think everyone who's went from high school to college, the biggest thing, man, film study and just like how in depth you have to understand your opponent's definitely the biggest difference. I feel like from high school to college, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The most definitely. Film is definitely important. That's one. That's another one too. That's the difference. I watch film way more. Like the younger me, I watch film on my own too. But like it'll be more so like the coaches I'll be watching me. I'll be like watching film more so with the coaches than by myself on my own time. So I say that's the difference too. I took more film serious and stuff like that.
Man, I definitely like that, man. Shifting to some quick hitters, man, before I let you get out of here. The first one, everyone loves NFL comps, but no, there's not anyone better to ask than the player themselves. For you, looking at your game, is there a current or former NFL defensive back that you feel like your game models the most?
Mm. A lot of people, everybody I done talked to tell me Sauce Gardner, and I can see that. Yeah, I say just yeah, Sauce Gardner, cause the body frame, how tall he is, and he got like a low pasture range, get a lot of PBUs and stuff. So I say him really. Him, um, I like I like him. I like Marcus Lattimore. That's kind of one people not too many people say. And I say, what's another one I'm on in my game after? And I like Jalen Ramsey.
I
I really study tall corners like me, really.
I like the
Yeah.
Sauce comparison for sure, man. He was one of my favorite corners to watch just in college. I don't like not allowing a touchdown over what 3 seasons. That's a wild stat in college football.
No, it is. It definitely is.
looking back at your
Yeah.
career, man, this could come at Kansas. This could be in practice in a game. It doesn't matter, man. What was your welcome to college moment on the field?
Man, it was all right, so 2020 2020 was the year I came to college, so I didn't have no spring or nothing like that. It was just straight to fall camp. So when we got back, the first week they was already practicing, but I couldn't practice because my roommate got COVID. And around that time, if you was even around it, you just had to quarantine for 14 days. So I was behind on that. So then boom. My first week of practice, full pads on everything. First day, I was good. You feel me? I was holding my own out there, right? Then like the second practice, we going up tempo. Like we doing a lot of 7 on, just tempo stuff. Offense going fast. So I'm real tired. Right? So my technique started messing up. And dude named Kwame Lassiter, he was number 8. He played for the Cincinnati Bengals now. Kwame Lassiter. Dude steered me outside, stick me to the post. I said, man, touchdown. My coach was yelling at me, like who I thought you was from, like I thought you better than that. I'm like, man, I'm arguing back, but low key I know I'm wrong. Like I'm all tired and stuff. So that was my welcome to college moment. Like, and my coach won't taking me out. He like, nah, you gonna get in shape. So like, that was my welcome to college. I'm like, all right, like this ain't like high school where I can just be I ain't gotta really run for real, take nothing serious. Now like, okay, like I gotta really be conditioned for real. Like that's just the small part of it, really. So I
Oh
said that was
man,
my welcome. Yeah, for
I
sure.
I love that, man. Hey, I'm so glad how in depth you went with that story, man. That's wild. But man, looking at your game, DBs always. I'm just gonna be honest. Wide receivers on this show throw you on the bus all the time with trash talk. So I got to ask, how big of a trash talker are you in between those white lines on Saturdays?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't no big trash talker to the point where I'm gonna say something to you first. If you try me first, then okay, now I met you the whole game. Cause once I go, I don't stop. So once you try me, I ain't letting off after that. So that's how it
Oh
goes, man.
man, I love it, man. So looking at your game, one on one with the wide receiver, man coverage. What's the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you?
Um, no one mistake a lot of shit can make against me. Doing a lot of dancing online, it's not gonna work. I'm very patient. I try to be. Sometimes I be patient too much to the point where it hurt me. I'm very patient. Um, I say if you don't use your hands, cause you don't use your hands, I'm putting my hands to your chest real easy. So if you look like you ain't ready, I'm coming straight to you. That's how it is. Um, what's another mistake a receiver can make against me? Oh, counting your steps in the middle of your route. Cause I know cause like in this league, like some receivers be counting their steps. Cause as a corner, I know like a certain receiver, cause some receivers be fast. I know some receivers be faster than me. So I'm like, if this dude can run past me, he really could. So after you can tell, like they'll like count their steps and their route. And I kind of peep there. I'm on the kind of route or whatever. I said that's one of the mistakes. Um, yeah, I say them the main ones though. Just not being violent with your hands and just being doing a lot of dancing off the line and stuff. That ain't gonna work against me.
I I love the honesty on that one, man. To give some credit to the other side of the ball, man. This could be at Kansas. This could be at A&T. Who are one or two of the best offensive players that you ever got to face one on one?
Whew. I ain't gonna lie, I went against a lot of people. Man. I went against a lot of people. Okay. I don't got the best, but I got names. So I got Kwame. I ain't this no order. I got Kwame Lassiter. That was my old teammate at Kansas. He played for the Bengals. Uh Xavier Hutchinson. He played for Iowa State. Um I checked Taquan Thornton for Baylor. He was fast. He was one of those dudes that ran a 4.3 in the previous combine the year before. I think he played for the Patriots now. Uh, man, I ain't trying to leave nobody out. I'm really not, cause I checked a lot of receivers. That was good. Man, yeah, that's all I can really think of right now. Marvin Mims. I forgot where
Mm,
he got drafted, but he got drafted. Oh, Talon Wallace, Oklahoma State, played for the Baltimore Ravens now. He was one of the ones that first caught a deep ball on me when I was at Kansas. Yeah, I say that's about it. No, but Talon Wallace was probably like one of the main ones though.
man, I can only imagine. I got to see him play in person. I want to say my freshman year of graduate school, man. He was different, man. But the final question here, man, before I let you get out of here, is if an NFL franchise asks you what they're going to get in you if they select you in one of the upcoming NFL drafts, what do you tell them?
Man, you gonna get a humble, but you're gonna get a hard working player. Gonna do everything right. I ain't gonna cause you no problems on or off the field. I handle my business. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that swag to your team. I'm gonna come make plays. I'm, I'm gonna come do what y'all brought me here to do. Pretty much. I ain't really much of a talker, so I just ball out, man. Just do what I've been doing, really. But I don't cause trouble, none of that, man. I'm good off the field, on the field. I'm a hard working player. I just keep my head down, just working. Don't try to get in trouble, none of that stuff.
Man, I love it. I know you're going to be one of the top FCS prospects whenever you decide to come out, whether it's this year or the next year, man. But Karan, I appreciate you hopping on the show so much, man. Let people know where they can find you on social media, contact you for NIL, man, all that good stuff.
Y'all can contact me on Instagram, Karon Prunty 9, and also Twitter. The same thing as well, Karon Prunty 9.
Guys, make sure to go follow Karan on all social media, man. Like I said, one of the best cornerbacks in the FCS. You'll find him on our FCS preseason All-American list. So make sure to tune into that as well. But for Karan Prunty, for myself, and for the Blue Bloods guys, we are out for right now.